Have you ever felt the crushing weight of life's betrayals, the insidious gnawing of self-doubt, leaving you feeling utterly broken? Carl Jung revealed the hidden enemy within the shadow self that silently sabotages our strength from the inside. Nietzsche, however, offered a defiant counterpoint. That which does not kill us makes us stronger, but this strength isn't passive, it's forged in the crucible of adversity. Are you ready to transform your pain into power and become truly unbreakable? You might try to avoid it, to numb the pain with distractions, to bury it under layers of self-blame. But avoidance only amplifies the shadow, the unseen enemy lurking within. The root of your fragility isn't just the external blows, it's the unseen battlefield within. Jung called it the shadow self, the collection of repressed emotions, instincts, and experiences we deem unacceptable, too painful to confront. He wrote, "Without music, life would be a mistake." He didn't mean literal music. He meant the inherent chaos and beauty of existence, the constant tension between creation and destruction. He saw the will to power not as domination over others, but as self-mastery, the relentless pursuit of self-overcoming. Embrace the chaos, he urged. Embrace the pain. It is in confronting our shadow, our deepest fears, that we find the strength to forge something truly extraordinary. Can you look into the darkness within, acknowledge the wounds, and begin to understand the subtle ways your shadow self is influencing your experiences? The path to becoming unbreakable begins with courageous self-reflection. You feel it, don't you? That persistent ache, that gnawing sense of vulnerability. The world throws its punches, betrayal, loss, failure, and you're left reeling, wondering if you'll ever truly recover. You might try to ignore it, to bury the pain under layers of busyness or distractions. Carl Jung, the visionary psychologist, illuminated the hidden enemy within, the shadow self. This isn't some metaphorical darkness, it's the repository of your repressed emotions, instincts, and experiences, the parts of yourself you deem unacceptable, too painful to confront. These buried aspects, these unspoken fears and desires, fester in the unconscious, silently sabotaging your efforts, whispering limiting beliefs, driving self-sabotaging behaviors. It's about facing the shadow, not with fear, but with a fierce curiosity, a relentless pursuit of self-understanding. Think of it this way: your shadow isn't your enemy, it's a part of you that needs integration, needs healing. It's a source of untapped strength and unique perspective. So instead of viewing these painful experiences, these self-destructive patterns, as evidence of failure, reframe them. See them as messengers, revealing the hidden wounds that cry out for attention, for healing. The relentless barrage of setbacks, the betrayals that leave you reeling, the failures that whisper insidious doubts in your ear. You're tired, exhausted. Maybe you've even started to believe that you're inherently flawed, destined to stumble and fall. This isn't weakness, it's the human experience, the constant friction between aspiration and reality. But here's a truth many shy away from: your suffering isn't just about the external blows, it's deeply rooted within. The impulsive reaction that ruins a relationship, the self-doubt that stops you from pursuing your dreams, these aren't random events, they're your shadow self fighting for control. Nietzsche offers a radical antidote to this despair: the will to power. But this isn't about dominating others, it's about self-mastery, an unrelenting pursuit of self-overcoming. It's about confronting the very things that make you shudder, those parts of you you desperately try to ignore. It's about saying yes to the chaos, to the difficult lessons that life throws at you, and using them to forge a stronger, more resilient self. This isn't about magically erasing the negative, it's about integrating it, using it to create a more complete, robust being. So let's ask ourselves, what hidden fears or repressed parts of yourself are fueling your current struggles? What if the greatest obstacle to your strength isn't out there, but within? You might try to numb the pain, avoid confronting the reality of it all, or even blame yourself, digging yourself deeper into the quicksand of despair. But this isn't weakness, it's the human condition. This pervasive sense of being victimized masks a deeper truth. The root of your vulnerability isn't solely external forces. Jungian psychology unveils the hidden enemy within, your shadow self. But the break isn't in you, it's in your perception of the situation. Nietzsche, the philosopher of the Übermensch, offers a radical counterpoint to this despair. He speaks not of dominance but of self-mastery, of facing what you've been avoiding. He champions the will to power, not as a conquest of others, but a relentless self-overcoming. He wouldn't tell you to ignore the pain, but to confront it, to engage with it, to learn from it. Each stumble becomes a lesson, each failure a stepping stone. The pain isn't your enemy, it's a catalyst for growth, a crucible in which your spirit is refined. Can you begin to view your struggles not as defeats, but as opportunities to unearth your hidden strength, to integrate your shadow self, and to forge your own unbreakable spirit? What's one small step you can take today to reframe a past experience and embrace the lessons it holds? You've felt it, haven't you? Carl Jung called it the shadow self, that dark, hidden part of your psyche where your repressed emotions, fears, and unacceptable desires reside. It's the wounded child you've buried deep within, the unresolved traumas that whisper doubts in your ear, the instincts you deem shameful and therefore ignore. This shadow isn't inherently evil, it's simply the unintegrated aspects of yourself, a part you refuse to acknowledge, a festering wound left to fester and rot. It's the will to become more than you are, to embrace the totality of your being, shadow and all. He didn't shy away from the darkness. He saw it as a necessary component of strength. Without music, life would be a mistake, he famously wrote, acknowledging the profound role that the seemingly negative aspects of life play in creating a full and meaningful existence. By confronting your shadow self, through honest self-reflection, journaling, therapy, or any other method that helps you process your unresolved traumas and integrate these painful parts, you gain control over your self-sabotaging behaviors and limit beliefs. This is not about eradicating the darkness, but about bringing it into the light, making it part of the whole. You aren't becoming less of yourself, you are becoming more truly whole. This isn't weakness, this is the human condition. We all experience these blows, these moments where we feel utterly broken. But the question is, will you let them define you or will you rise above? The truth is, the source of your vulnerability isn't always external. Carl Jung illuminated the shadow self, that dark, hidden part of your psyche where you bury your deepest fears, your unacknowledged wounds, the parts of yourself you deem unacceptable. It's about embracing the struggle, confronting your shadow self, and transforming your pain into fuel for growth. He challenged us to say yes to life even in its darkest moments. This means confronting your fears, honestly assessing your weaknesses, and accepting the responsibility for shaping your own destiny. It is a relentless pursuit of self-overcoming, of becoming a stronger, more resilient version of yourself. He urged us to become who you are. Through self-reflection, journaling, perhaps even therapy, begin to understand your shadow self. Don't try to erase the negative, instead integrate it. Embrace both the light and the dark within you. This process of self-acceptance, of understanding your complexities, is what will ultimately make you unbreakable. It's not about becoming perfect, it's about becoming whole. Are you ready to embark on this journey of self-discovery and self-mastery? You've felt it, haven't you? But what if the source of your struggle isn't just external? What if the greatest obstacle to your thriving is your own hidden self, the shadow Jung spoke of, the collection of repressed emotions, fears, and instincts you deem unacceptable? Perhaps it's the fear of failure, stemming from a childhood where your worth was conditional, or a deep-seated insecurity rooted in a past betrayal. This shadow, when left unexplored, sabotages your attempts to truly flourish. As he said, he who has a why to live can bear almost any how. Your why, your purpose, your values is the compass guiding you through the darkness. The reframe lies in accepting your shadow not as a weakness but as an integral part of your wholeness. It's the dark soil nourishing the bloom of your strength. Each struggle, each setback isn't simply a blow but a chance to unearth those hidden parts, understand their motivations, and integrate their energy into a more complete, more powerful you.